this point, I would like to come back to what I actually wanted to start with, and to talk to Len Hoffmann, who is here with us today. So I will maybe quickly stop here. So Len, are you with us now? Because Dirk said that you might be. There he is. Hi, Len. Hey.
So,
Hi, Len. So maybe I should, if you would like, I have this one picture which was recently on the news, and if you like, I can still share it. So here it is. So what did Len do? And so that's actually how I got to know you, Len. So Len is here from Nürtingen, still a school students graduating really soon. And recently I found this picture from you on the news, and I found this really inspiring. And maybe, Len, you would like to say or to tell this audience here a little bit, what motivated you to do exactly this, and what do you think you wanted to change with that?
Yeah, well, do you hear me? It's all fine with the noise? Yeah, nice. So in June 2020, the federal government published a report for the Future Commission on Agriculture. In doing so, they showed their future vision for farmers, because, as you know or not, they are in pretty bad shape. In the last 25 years, the number of farmers in Germany has halved. So their goals was to that the profession of farmers should be made more attractive, should be financially worthwhile, and the society should have a better and cheaper access to the local food. And they would like to reach this through public funding, but also through market proceeds for food. But I think there's a much easier solution to that. And because on the one hand, we have the customers who want more local food and are willing to buy it. And on the other hand, we have the farmers who are looking for buyers. And in my opinion, there is a demand-supply gap. And that's what we do. We create an infrastructure between farmer and customer. And we are a delivery service for local food from the customers directly to the door, and help the farmers as also as the customers, and on long term, hopefully even the state, through our growing agro economy. And that's my vision and my plan on my little startup, yes.
Wow. So you just started to link to these producers and the clients, and you're also doing it, no? So you're doing it in your free time, I
yes.
understood. Yeah.
Yeah, besides school.
So how does that work then? Maybe you could tell a little story how that customer journey is then.
Yeah, well, in my school I have a few friends who also are interested in starting some projects and startups, and we all motivated us together. And we had a few chicken at home, and I started selling eggs in the neighborhood. And wait a minute, I started to sell a few eggs in the neighborhood, and so it got more and more, and the people were interested in this. And so I started to just get more customers, and even instead of eggs, even like potatoes or spaghetti and stuff like this, all from the farmers. And that's how I started it. And we're growing and growing through the time. And I do this all besides school, but after school, I hopefully going to do this full time. And yeah, that's the status of the project.
Wow, great. Yeah. And so you got this vehicle here, which
Yes.
so it looks like a motorbike, which can also transport things. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. That's correct. It's even electrical, so, and we charge it through solar panels, so it's even CO2 neutral. So that's also a nice feature of that vehicle. Besides, of course, advertising, because the people see the vehicle and ask them, "Oh, what's that?" because it's close to the road. Yeah.
So you're getting more clients because the children, I guess, they get excited when you're coming with this. So you have to bring more and more.
Yeah,
that's smart. So maybe shall we get a few voices from my colleagues on this, because I think it's maybe also a new idea. I don't know if anyone has a comment.
I have a question, Len. Is it year-round, or do you have a winter stop?
Yeah, well, I don't have a winter stop, but a summer stop in August, because I think it's getting too hot for the eggs, and in the future, it's also we wanted to include milk and stuff like this. So we have a summer pause, but not a winter. In the winter, we have no problems with something. So we have a summer pause, but not a winter pause. So yeah, that's how we're gonna solve this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question, Len. So your menu of products is what we would call seasonal produce. Yeah. Do you get anything that is brought in from outside of the Nürtingen area, the Neckar Valley?
No, for example, my customers or my farmers are two farms within Oberbullingen and Unterenzingen, so it's really nearby, and so they don't. At the time, I don't sell seasonal products. It's eggs, which you have all the time over the year, so as potatoes and spaghetti. So, and also I think honey also is all the time in the year available. So at the time we are now, so I don't have any problems with some seasonal products, if that was your question, or how can I answer?
That's great. I think what I really like about your approach is that it builds on these personal relationships. So it's more than just getting something, and I think that's maybe the unique selling point here also. It's of course it makes sense to the people, but they also have a personal relationship to the entire concept. So it's like it changes somehow the practices.
Yeah, and I think it's the cool thing about it is that the young people who don't go to the market, which is every Saturday still, but less and less people are going to there. So if I'm going to the door and talk with the people, I think I create the same feeling as you get in the market with talking to people. So I'm more or less a driving market, which makes it more, I think, more better for the future, and the people, the young people also are open for it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are there any more questions from the audience?
Yeah, I want to ask a question. Thank you, Len, for your presentation, which was really great. So is this in Breike, or where are you located?
Well, not yet. I'm on the Saar and in the Steinenberg and around the MPG. But after school, as I said, I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to start to expand my areas, but I have to look. But I heard a lot of feedback from the Breike, so I think this is there a good chance that I'm coming to the Breike.
Yeah, also with the campus, it's very good so that you can offer something to the students there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yes, for the students in the student dome. I think Mohammed, would you like to say something?
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to know about the food quality. Are the farmers using fertilizers there, or are you collecting the bio-based food from the farmers and you are supplying the market?
Yeah, I think the food and all the quality checks and all the, I think, things what belongs to the farmers, because I'm only delivering them. But I can say that the quality is very good, because it isn't really comparable to the quality of a supermarket, which is probably even the food is driven over hundreds of kilometers. So the quality is really good, but it all the checks and all this stuff belongs to the farmers, because I'm only the deliverer. And so I can't even get in some problems. If there should be something bad about the products or something like that, it's all belongs to the farmer. So this isn't my business. And so, yeah, but it's really better in comparison to the things in the supermarket. Yeah.
Yeah, the question is that you are using that vehicle. So is it an electric vehicle or is it a diesel-based vehicle? Because this vehicle, I mean,
yeah, it is actually electrical. And fun fact, you can drive this vehicle with 15, because it's doable with a Mofa-Führerschein. So it's a really nice vehicle, and really, yeah.
It's because you can't actually get a driving license before 18, so it's a good way to engage the youth. Yeah, it's great. So Emil, and then
yes, I would like to ask a question. Thank you, Len. I was wondering, how did you get by this? Like tuk-tuk, is it? Was it an investment from your side, or did you get it from a local guy?
Yeah, actually, I could finance this by myself, because I did it like 1.5 years at foot, or with I don't know what it's called, like something like a I've got a name, but I did it 1.5 years at foot, so I could finance myself this vehicle with my own money. So yeah, that's how I get it.
Wow,
It sounds like a story from the United States. So you start by washing dishes and then you, you become a millionaire. Emily and Caroline, I think you also have a comment.
Yes, sorry, my video is not working. Thank you so much, Len. So how did you get to know the farmers, and what is your relationship, or how has it changed over the years?
At the beginning, as I said, I only sold the eggs from my own chickens in the garden, and my grandmother is also a farmer, so I know how the people are acting, and I just write an email to the farmers, explain them how I plan to do this, and met them, and we were at the first moment really good with another. So because it's a win-win situation. So I think it was quite easy to get to a point, and the farmers understand me, I understand the farmers. So this was an easy email, and then we met each other, and so this all came together. And I think what changed through the years was also a part of your question, is that when I had only one farmer, they could hire the price how they wanted. But now that I have two farmers, I can say, hey, hold on. This farmer gives me the eggs only for this price. And so I think this is something I learned. If you have a choice between the farmers, it's a good position for yourself. So this is probably one thing which changes through the time, but this is, I think, everything which changes.
Yeah, that sounds really good. And I guess, I mean, we have a lot of elderly people, and they might be less mobile. So I think there's really a growing market of people who not just want to get your products, but they also like to see you, maybe to get a little chat. Yes. So you, so that's maybe part of the part of your offer. All right. Maybe one last question, if from anyone. Then meanwhile, Len, if you have time to stay on a little bit, because Karl and Anna, they're going to explain what they plan to do for our workshop in Nürtingen, which will be in the last week of April. And I don't know if you will be in your finals from the school, but if you have a bit of time, it's just next door. So maybe we can also, maybe some of the students can accompany you and get the experience, if possible.
I hope so, but I have to go in a half an hour, sell eggs, so I can half hour, but then I have to go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we are. I mean, this crowd and some of them are going to be in Nürtingen in the Zug lab for a week in the last week of April. So we can still connect, and maybe someone will like to join you a little bit, so we can just work on your, or we can incorporate your idea into the ideas that we are working on. And I think Fanny, you have Fanny Kiran. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Len, I have two questions. Is there any website or something like from where your customer can order the items which are available, or how the market runs with you?
Yeah, actually, I'm currently working on an app, developing my app with a friend, which is the goal that the customer just can order through an app, and I know what they want, and that's something I'm working at a time, but now times it's through a website. So, but the goal is an app, of course, yes.
So you have currently a website which is up and running then?
Yeah, I have a website for the open people, and I have a website for the customers where they can order, because if somebody orders outside the city, for example, it's really not that efficient for me if I'm driving half an hour to that person. So this website only has my customers, so they can order, and I have the control over the customers and don't have their own customer in there. So that's the current system.
Oh, that sounds quite decent, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, clear. So my next question is, like, how come your business is different from the city markets which we have, which happens every Thursday in Nürtingen, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, I think the first thing is that the supermarkets in our city are like Edeka and Lidl and Aldi, and all these markets don't have the image to really sell this farmer products, and even don't have these farmer products, which really differentiates me from these supermarkets, and I don't see them.
And I think the question is addressing the market itself, where the farmers are selling their products in the city on 2 days a week.
Ah, yeah, now I got it. Yeah, I think this is a different kind of people we are gaining for, because at the market, of course, there are the older people, but I think this is a trend which growing back, and the people are, I think, more open for probably a delivery. So I think I don't actually do the same thing, but I changed the city market. I think I'm another system as the city market. So I think this is probably how you could explain it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that sounds exciting. So then we will come back to you at the end of April. So I hope that maybe the student group that is coming to Nürtingen can also maybe experience a little bit, and maybe you can bring us also some food. We can ask if you can maybe supply our workshop. We will check on that. So thank you very much for being with us, and I think the message was quite clear. You can start anytime in any place. So I think it's really very, very encouraging what you're doing, and kind of a role model, I think, how we should actually get started. So I wish you all the best and good success, and have a nice afternoon. Also, I understood you are still going to deliver today, so
yes,
you're actually so you're busy.
Thank you for the platform. Really
so
nice.
we're happy that you found the time to be with us. It's very, very, very busy person. Yeah, thanks, Len. So we are just going ahead here, and we just stay in touch. Okay, and I hope we can see you then in the end of April.
Thanks,
all right.
Len.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so.